Hi. Are you busy? No, but are you busy? I really don't want to disturb you if you are doing something important. Can I come in? It's really nice that I can just come to you. Thank you. I don't even know where to start. I feel a bit anxious. Can you help me? Can you hold me? Okay, that felt way better. I'm really sorry to barge in on you like this, and I'm okay. It's fine. Nothing crazy happened. Nothing crazy happened. Yeah, I know I have to stop saying sorry all the time, but I really do feel sorry. So sorry about that. Yeah, sorry. I mean, I'm so awkward. Okay, you smell really good. You smell like, I don't know, it makes me feel safe. I'm a bit anxious, I must say. It's so stupid. Like, there's nothing crazy happened. It's just around a month ago, I met this person, and I could tell that he was interested in me, but I wasn't interested. I obviously wasn't interested in anything but friendship. And I told him about that, and he said he was okay with it. And I haven't seen him since the first day I met him, but sometimes he sends me reels or funny messages, pictures of plants and of his food. So I just thought, wow, good. It's cozy sometimes, right? Just to talk to someone. And I sometimes feel lonely, so I feel like it's nice to have different people to text and reach out to. And I thought this guy was nice. He seemed very nice, because when I was sick last week, he also kind of checked in on me, and I was like, oh, it's so nice to have a new friend. And yeah. And then today, when I was out shopping, I was buying some stuff for my cousin, because we're going to this housewarming party next week, and she wanted to buy this aroma diffuser for her sister. Really, really nice one. Yeah, I know, I can really change the topic now. Maybe it makes me a bit uncomfortable talking to you about this, because there's really nothing between me and this guy. I just want to make that clear. Yeah, really. So then he texted me something a little bit weird, and I kind of joked around with it, and I think he misunderstood me. I just wanted to kind of act like bros and just, it was weird. I know I'm weird sometimes, and this time I was just meaning, I just wanted to joke with him, and then suddenly he sent me a video, and I thought he was kidding. I didn't know what video it was, and I was on my way home, and I opened it, and you can already kind of guess what it was that he sent me. And I was very shook, because I thought I made it clear that I wasn't interested. I thought I made it clear that I just want to be friends, and just based on our other conversations, I never thought that this would be something he would send me, and I felt a bit awkward. I didn't really know how to react to that, so I just sent like this shook, embarrassed emoji, and then kind of took some time away from my phone, a few minutes, and I went back and I saw that he was like kind of going crazy, like, was it that bad? Shouldn't I have sent this? Oh my god. And I was like, this is where it gets really bad, because I felt strangely anxious about this and kind of overwhelmed. And even if I know I did nothing wrong, I apologized. And I told him, no worries. I felt bad because I thought maybe he was feeling bad about himself. So I apologized. I said, I'm very sorry about the confusion. I was just joking around with you. I didn't know that you would actually send me something like this. And the thing is that I wasn't flirting with him. I was just kind of joking around. Maybe it could have been misunderstood, I don't know. And what I hate about the situation is that I apologized even if he was the one who did something inappropriate, right? He sent me something I was not expecting. Kind of crossed the boundary. And yet I was apologizing. I told him, no worries, I'm just a bit overwhelmed by this because I didn't expect you to send me this, and yeah. And then he was just telling me, hey, I think your reaction to this kind of ruined this thing, to be honest. It was fun as long as it lasted, and I don't understand what he means, but I just said, well, I'm sorry you feel that way. And I know that he's not gonna contact me anymore, and it's fine. I mean, he's someone I barely know. I just met a month ago, and someone who was sending me food pictures and reels. And I don't know why I started feeling super anxious, like I couldn't focus on work, and I was just trying to distract myself, and I don't know, my breathing also changed, I noticed, and I started just scrolling on my phone. I wasn't even looking at the content, and I knew that I was having somewhat of an anxiety attack, which is like a lot compared to the situation. Okay, the situation, I don't want to undermine it because it was inappropriate. I didn't expect it, but my reaction, I think, is still bigger than, it's still more intense than what I think would be a normal reaction. I think it really depends. Maybe, maybe I'm making excuses. Maybe my reaction is actually very legit. This is something I find it very hard to speak about, because I'm so embarrassed. It's really hard to tell you about this because it can be misunderstood so easily. But I grew up very awkward. I had bangs. I was extremely shy and quiet and just awkward and nervous all the time. And in school, the guys weren't paying attention to me. I wasn't seen as pretty or beautiful or interesting. I was just this awkward, quiet Asian girl growing up in a town with the majority were white people. So I always felt very odd. And I think it's quite difficult as a teen feeling weird, feeling like nobody's really interested in you and everyone is kind of getting interested in dating and boys and girls and all of that. So I always felt ugly, and I felt like I wasn't desirable, I wasn't attractive. And then when I turned 15, 16, everything changed. Puberty hit me. Can you even say that? Puberty hit me? No, I don't know. Anyways. And this is so weird. But the attention I got was just so amazing. And it didn't matter whether it was positive. I mean, for example, I would get attention from guys and they would tell me I'm pretty and that I'm beautiful, that I'm attractive, and that's like really, it's a good kind of attention, right? You receive compliments, but then I would also receive very inappropriate comments from random people, especially going to different parties. Some people would be like a bit too touchy and saying really like sexist stuff and inappropriate stuff about me and completely fetishized and sexualized me. And strangely, I didn't feel bad about it because it made me feel seen. It almost felt good, and it shouldn't feel that way, right? Because I knew I was supposed to feel uncomfortable because all of my friends were feeling uncomfortable for me, and they would feel uncomfortable if it happened to them. And I just didn't get why I liked the attention. I was thinking, what's wrong with me? And because even if it was negative, even if it was inappropriate, I felt seen. I felt like I was attractive, because if I wasn't, they wouldn't have said all those things, even if they are horrible things and very, very wildly inappropriate for my age and just in general inappropriate. And I felt so ashamed for feeling that way. It was not until I grew much older and, I kind of started feeling differently about it. And I met another Asian girl who grew up the same way, similarly to how I grew up. She grew up in Sweden. So, yeah, she was also the only Asian girl in school. And she told me the exact same thing. She said, you know what, when I was young, I kind of liked that, those inappropriate comments about me. Like, I kind of liked how people sexualized me because I felt beautiful. And I felt so ugly growing up that it was just nice. I didn't care whether it was inappropriate or not. And that's horrible. And that was the first time I actually was able to understand why I felt the way I did. I wasn't ever able to make any sense from this experience I had and how I felt back then until I met this girl who went through the same things. It was just really interesting because I thought it was just me. I thought I was crazy. I thought, I thought something was wrong with me. And it makes a lot of sense now when I think about it. From going from being invisible and weird and just uninteresting to suddenly being put in the spotlight, even if it's negative attention in a way. It felt great, and that's just very scary that I felt that way at such a young age, and now I still feel that way sometimes. For example, yesterday when I was walking home at night after a party, two people two men just had to like interrupt my piece to tell me that I look amazing, that I'm beautiful. And I mean, whatever they said were nice things, of course, but it was just like very uncomfortable when you're walking home at night alone. And parts of me are like, oh, just leave me alone. And then the other part, which is the teenage me, the awkward teenage me, is like, oh, I'm beautiful. I'm still beautiful. That's amazing. But yeah, so I always thought that I was kind of, what is it called, immune to inappropriate comments and unsolicited pictures, stuff like that. I always thought, hey, you know what, I'm just so used to it, and I grew up feeling this way, so now I don't really care, it doesn't really get to me. But today, when I received that video from that guy I thought was gonna be my friend, I just felt so anxious. I felt so uncomfortable. I don't know. There was no pride in it. Like, I used to feel like, oh my god, I must be very hot, very beautiful for people to want to do this to me or say these things. And today, I just kind of panicked. I felt uncomfortable. I felt anxious, and yeah, it's okay. I'm okay. I just really needed to talk about this to someone, and I wanted to talk to you about it. You know, it's a bit weird that it's fine, you know, I deleted the conversation. I also don't think he will reach out to me anymore. It's okay. Don't worry. I know you care about me a lot. And I didn't want to make you feel bad. Yeah, I understand. I know that you want to protect me. And you are in many ways, but of course, when things like these happen, it's just, yeah, out of anyone's control. But yeah, I don't know, I just thought about this, and I just hated that I apologized to this guy. Because I was afraid that he would feel bad, and I didn't care about how I felt in that moment. I just thought, oh my god, now he must be embarrassed. Maybe he feels bad about his body because of me, and I didn't really think about the girl inside of me who feels like someone just stepped on her boundaries. Why is it that I always put other people's emotions and feelings before my own? It's really, really bad. And I know you told me many times that I need to set more boundaries, and I'm really trying, and sometimes it just feels like it's never enough. Even if I keep trying and I put more and more boundaries, it's like I find myself in these moments being super weak and then ending up putting other people before my own. And I know where it stems from. I know this people-pleasing gene I have is reasonable if you think about how I grew up. I'm just so tired of it. You know, I'm so tired of being nice. I'm so tired of being this friendly and understanding and empathetic. Sorry. I need to focus on breathing from my stomach and not my chest so that I can regulate my nervous system and not feel like I'm in survival mode. I want you to squeeze me even tighter. I'm sorry. You don't have to say anything. I just wanted a hug from you. I just wanted to feel like I'm not alone, I feel. little bit disgusting. I know I'm not. That's just my conscious self, my adult self knows that I'm not disgusting and that this is not my fault. But there is a child self inside of me who's feeling guilty and like it was my own fault and that I was leading him on. Yeah. Super strange. But it helps talking to you about it. I like that you're just so different. I don't feel like prey when I'm around you. Well, it depends on the situation, but just when we interact like this, I feel very safe. I don't feel fetishized. Like the way that I sometimes feel when I'm out and I get that kind of attention from other men who don't know me. I feel very precious and important in your company. And the way you look at me is like you're looking at me right now. It's with so much warmth, so much care. I feel like parts of me that were broken are healing bit by bit. Just being in your gaze and in your embrace, I do think, yeah, I feel like I'm healing a little bit. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for letting me talk to you about how I'm feeling and how I experience things. I know it's just right out of the blue. But I feel much better now. Thank you so much. Would you like me to make you some coffee? No, it's okay. I really want to. I know I don't have to, but I want to. I'll make you a coffee and then I'll be back, okay? Alright. Yeah, no worries. I feel much better now, actually. I feel much better. I feel safe in my body again, and I think my breathing has slowed down. I will make you coffee and I'll come back, okay? Yeah, I hope I didn't take too much of your time. Alright,